ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं सर्वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ कर्तव्यप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। Is my voice clear?
जी it's clear जी now.
येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So we have seen from the beginning what is karakam. What is karakam? Kriyanvayi karakam, right?
जी.
The factors of action is called karakam because karakam is, we are seeing after some class, there's some gap because of this Shabdarshana. Then the karakam are expressed in the form of karakarta is expressed in the form of vibhakti, but alone in the form of this pratama dvitiya iti vibhakti. 7 vibhaktis are there. So excepting the Shashti Vibhakti, all the 6 Vibhaktis, they represent particular Karakarta. So Pratama Vibhakti, through Pratama Vibhakti, Karta Karaka is represented. Karma in Dvitiya and Karana in Tritiya, Sampradana in Chaturthi, Apadana in Panchami, and Adhikarana in Saptami. So each Karta is the doer, the agent. Karma is the object. Karna is by which the action is completed. Karana. Sampradana, the purpose of action or the recipient of the result of action. Apadana is that action which commences from where. Adhikarana is the place where the action takes place. So in this example, if you take Manushyaha, Naradevasya Putraha Jayadevaha Swastena Kosha Dhaneभ्यः Grame Dhanam Dadati. So Kaha Dadati Putraha, Jayadevaha Putraha, Karta. That is in Pratama Vibhakti, Kartrikarakam. So Kartrikaraka will be in Pratama Vibhakti, Kartrupadam, in Kartari Prayoge. Dhanam Dadati, which is Karma, the object, therefore Karma Padam. In Kartari Prayoga, Karma Padam will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Kena Swa Astena, that is the Karanam, one's own hand. That is Karanakaraka, Swahasta, that's in Tritiya Vibhakti. Karanapadam. Then for whom Nirdhanebhyaha, Nirdhana, that is poor people. Tebhyaha. So therefore, Nirdhana is Sampradana Karaka. That will be in Chaturthi. From where Koshat. That is Kosha is Panchami, Apadana. Where Rama, Rame, that is Adhikarana. Where the action of giving takes place. So these factors are connected to the Kriya, Dana Kriya, Da, Dhatu. So Ukta Karta in Pratama Vibhakti. Karta is Uktam, Abhigitam. Abhigita is that which is denoted. So in Kartari Prayoga, Karta is Adhigitam. So Ukta Karta, Pratama Vibhakti. Karma is not Uktam. Anukta Karma, Dvitiya Vibhakti. If karma is Uktam, Abhigitam, then that is called Karmani Prayoga. In that it will be Pratama Vibhakti. Understand? Yes. Understand? Please say yes, no.
जी एक निमिषम जी.
You all understand? Hear what I am saying?
Ma'am, connection is unstable nu varudhu ma'am. जी हरिओम.
Yes. So understand up to what I said now.
जी आम जी, there was some network problem here जी.
Okay.
Again it got
Okay.
connected.
Did you hear what I said?
आम जी, we could hear जी.
Okay. So just telling what the Karaka, what Vibhakti it will take. Ukta Karta, Abhigita Karta in Pratama Vibhakti, that is called Kartari Prayoga. In Karmani Prayoga, Karma will be Uktam, Abhigitam, that is Karmani Prayoga. So Ukta Karma, Pratama Vibhakti, Ukta Karta, Pratama Vibhakti. Anukta Karta will be Tritiya Vibhakti. Similarly, all the Karakas we saw. Ukta Karanam, Anuktam Karanam. If Karanam is Uktam, that will be in Pratama Vibhakti. If Karana is Anuktam, then it is called Sampradana. Sorry, it's called Karaka. It will be Tritiya Vibhakti. Anuktam Karana. All these things we saw. So the six Karaka, there are 6 types, but in terms of Ukta and Anukta, Abhigita and Anabhigita, we divided that into another 6 types. Therefore, 12 types are there. 6 types Pradhanyam, and Ukta Anukta Drishtya, 12 types. Okay. So all these things we have seen. I'm not going to repeat. Please see, watch the previous classes. And the Shashti Vibhakti also. We saw Ukta Sambandha. Shashti Vibhakti is not a Karaka. And it is Sambandha Shashti we call. Then Pratama Vibhakti. Ukta Karta, Ukta Karma, Ukta Karanam, Ukta Sampradhanam, Ukta Apadanam, Ukta Adhikaranam. This is a summary. All this will be in Pratama Vibhakti. And Anukta Karta will be in Tritiya Vibhakti, where it will be Karmani Prayoge. If it is asked, we have to write Anukta Karta will be in Tritiya Vibhakti, which Prayoga Karmani. Anukta Karma will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti, which Prayoga Kartari. Anukta Karanam Tritiya. Anukta Sampradhanam Chaturthi. This is called, this is what we saw. All this is what we saw in the example. Anukta Sampradhanam, Anukta Apadanam, Anukta Adhikaranam. These alone express in the form of vibhaktis. And one more vibhakti we saw, Upapada Vibhakti. Upapada Vibhakti, a vibhakti governed by a padam, Samipe Vartamanam Padam. That is called Upapada Vibhakti. When a word can get a vibhakti either by Karaka Vibhakti or by Upapada Vibhakti, Karaka Vibhakti is stronger. Karaka Vibhakti prevails over Upapada Vibhakti. All these things we saw. An important sutra, we saw Anabhigite 231. Karaka is in 1-4 section and Anabhigite, that is Vibhakti, is in 2-3 section. Whatever Karakas that are defined in 1-4 section, first chapter, 4th section, and to those Karakas as well as the Upapada Vibhakti, where the Vibhaktis are assigned, that would be in 2nd chapter, 3rd section. Okay, all those things we saw, Sakarmaka, Karmaka, everything. Now, we don't have time, just I'll move on from where
Yes,
we
sir.
left. Okay. So, two important Adhikara Sutra, Anabhigite, these are the 231, and Karake 1423. So, in that Karake section, Karake Adhikare, these are two sutra, I mean, connected to Karta and Karma. This is there for your the second internal assessment. Swatantraha Karta and Tat Prayojaka Hetuscha. So, Karta will be, Karta is Swatantraha, Karta Karakam. What is Karta is defined, Swatantraha Karta and Prayojaka Karta. That would be in Pratama Vibhakti in Kartari Prayoga. That will be in Tritiya Vibhakti in Karmani Prayoga. Swatan Karta alone. Prayojaka Karta is causative. The causative, regarding causative, we have to see certain things. I will tell you that also. Regarding causative. Regarding causative. Okay, that. Then karma. About karma, we saw two things, three rules. What are the three rules with regard to karma? Kartuhu ipsitamam karma. That is number one. That which is most desired by the karta. And tata yuktam anipsitam. That which is not desired. That is also like poison. We said. So this is one sutra which defines what is karma is. That object which is most desired by karta gets a sanya karma. And anabhigita karma, ditya vibhaktihi vibhaktau bhavati. Tata yuktam cha anipsitam, that which is not desired. Then akatitam cha, that only is a that akatitam apadanadikarakaihi anuktam yat karakam, that karaka which is not presented in apadanadikarakam, that also will take karma sanya. And we saw this table in which all the vikarmaka dhatus we discussed. It is given here. Duk dhatu, for example, vikarmaka dhatu, it can take two karma. One is pradhana karma, other is gauna karma. Pradhana karma will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti, and gauna karma can be in, for this duk dhatu, it can be in Dvitiya Vibhakti or it can be in Panchami. That's why apadanadikarakaihi it na uttam, then it will be akatitam, that will be karma sanya bhavati. Because it's karma sanya, therefore only here you can see gam. Why it is Dvitiya Vibhakti? If you don't want to represent go in Panchami, then you can assign Dvitiya Vibhakti. So to summarize shortly, we have seen Anabhigite, Karake, Swatantra Karta, Hetu Prayojakascha, and Kartuhu Ipsitamam Karma, Tata Yuktam Anipsitam, Akatitam cha. These are the sutras we saw. So these sutras are important to be understood. So up to this we saw. Right?
Amji.
Understand? All of you.
Amji.
Oh, I have prepared some exhaustive notes, other things, but we don't have time. As I told, if you want to learn about certain things, only after these only can be done. So up to here only you learn. That's enough. Here also in between some notes are there that I will modify this and send you. Those things are not required. I have added some extra, like this and all I have not taught you. What this you can see. This and all I have not taught you. Maybe I will teach you later, okay, if time permits. So this certain things are there in between, only few, not many, which I have not taught you. Starting from here, this karma karaka. Or let me complete this also. Yes, let me complete this also. After that, I will just go through the karana, etc. quickly. I will share that document and this document also again. Please go through the document. So
Yes, Ji.
whatever I summarize now, that up to karma karaka visa. In karma karaka, some more points are there that also I will cover now. With that karma karaka is over, then we will get into karana karaka. Okay. You go through the notes. The notes is self-explanatory. You can read, understand. All these things we saw in the class. I explained everything. Okay, I explained everything in the class. Please see the previous video. Now, this karma karakam, I will explain. Karma, we know. What is karma? Kartuhu yipsitamam karma. Karma is a sanya. It's a karaka sanya. Defined by Pandit Maharshi. What is karma? Kartuhu yipsitamam karma. Important sutra. Tata yuktam anipsitam. Akatitam cha. These three sutras under karma karaka visa. Now, the fourth one, which I am saying here, please see.
Astu ji.
Okay, just a minute. Fourth one is yes. Here A, B, and Z. Under B, the sutras what I told, which we have seen, where it is very clearly karma is specifically defined. Whereas under A, that you will see why it is why I have separated A and B. This I'll give an example, and with an example I'll come to the topic. Shivaha Himalaye or Himalayam Vasati. Shivaha Himalaye Vasati or Himalayam Vasati. Please tell, answer. Shiva, Lord Shiva lives in the Himalayas. Okay.
Yes ji.
Shivaha Himalayam Vasati or Himalaye Vasati.
Himalaye vasati. Locus.
What karaka is that?
Adhikarana karaka.
Adhikarana karaka. Now, that changing that Shivaha Himalaye, Shivaha, okay. Shivaha Himalaye Tishtati. We say, right? Shivaha Himalaye Tishtati. Now, Shivaha Himalaye Adhitishtati. When I say Himalaye will not be that, will be Himalaya.
Himalayam adhitishtati. When Dvitiya Vibhakti comes.
It will become Dvitiya Vibhakti. That is why, because Himalaya will be treated
Karma karakam.
Karma. That is why the karma we are discussing. That is what is A is. That which is supposed to be Adhara, Adhikarana, that also will be treated to be karma. Understand?
Yes ji.
The upasarga, Adi upasarga to the dhatu, shing dhatu, sta dhatu, as dhatu. Adi shing sta sam karma. It means
Adhi shing stha as karma. Asam karma.
yeah, Assam is as.
Astu ji.
As dhatu. Adi purvanam shing dhatu. Shi dhatu is to sleep. Shete. Sta tishtati. As. To aste. As dhatu. Atmanipadi dhatu. Iti etesham adharaha. Adharaha is adhikaranam. That which is the adhara, that locus adharaha yaha. Tat karakam karma sanyakam bhavati. Adharaha generally adhikaranam only. But here, Adhipurvaka for these three dhatus, the Adhara, what sanya it will take? Karma sanya it will take. The Adhara of the roots, Shing, Sta, and As dhatu, preceded by the Adi Upasarga, will get karma sanya. Understand?
Yes ji.
Therefore, this is an apavada to adhikaranam. Because it is apavada to adhikaranam, therefore, this will not be Saptami Vibhakti. What Vibhakti it would be? Because it is karma. Therefore, what Vibhakti?
Karma karakam. Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Dvitiya Vibhakti. Example, you can see. Shivaha Himalayam Adishete. If it is Adi is not there, Shete is there, then what would be? Shivaha? Only Shete is there.
Himalaye shete.
Himalaye Shete. There it is, will take Saptami Vibhakti, Adhikaranam only. Because Adi Upasarga is there with the Dhatu, Sheen Dhatu, that is Shete, then Himalaya will be karma, will take karma sanya, therefore karma karakam. Adharaha, therefore na adhikarana karakam. Understand?
Yes ji.
Yes ji.
Same way for other examples. Nripaha simhasanam adhyaste, sits on the asana, Raja, the king. Adi is not there, then simhasane aste.
Yes,
Upaha
ji.
simhasane aste, there it is adhikaranam. If adipurvaka as dhatu is there, then simhasanam. The meaning I have given, adipurvaka shing dhatu, what are they? Shing dhatu, in a bit asleep. Sta dhatu with adipurvaka, occupy or dwell. As dhatu, occupy or lie down. So these dhatus, when preceded by adi, govern accusative of the place. It means karma. The place which is adara, generally it will be in saptami. Generally it will be adhikarana, therefore saptami. It will be considered to be karma, therefore it will be dvitiya vibhakti. Understand? This is
Yes,
what
ji.
the sutram says. It takes karma sanya indirectly because it doesn't take adhikarana, therefore it takes karma sanya. That is why I put it as A. So under karma sanya, three sutras which directly define karma we saw. Kartuhu ipsitamam karma, tata yuktam anipsitam akatitam cha. This is indirectly karma sanya is assigned. Therefore, this is marked as A. So kartakarakam A and B. So in that A, the first sutra is this is sutra. Adi shing sta sam karma sanya bhavati. Adaraha iti, that anuvrutti is adaraha karma sanya bhavati. This is over. The next sutra. Abhi nivishascha. This is previous sutra is 1446. Next one is 1447. You see. What does it say? Abhini purvasya, abhi and niya upasarga. Abhini purvasya vishdatoho. Vishatehe means vishdatoho. Don't think something else. Vishatehe is vishdatoho. Adaraha yaha. Tat karakamapi karmasanyam bhavati. Vishdatu with abhi and ni upasarga purvaka. Then what will happen? The adara of the root wish to enter, meaning to enter, which means to enter. When preceded by the upasarga, abhi and ni, in what sanya it gets? Karma sanya. Example.
Karma sanya.
Let's see. Gramam abhinivishate. If it's abhi and nivi is there, not there, grame vishate it will be. Grame vishate. He entered the grama. Because abhi and ni is there. Therefore, grama, what vibhakti it would be now? What karaka it would be?
Vidya vibhakti.
Karma karaka, therefore dvitiya vibhakti. Grama will be karma karaka, therefore gramam abhinivishate. Abhinivishate. Saha sanmargam abhinivishate. He resorts to a good path. Why it is sanmarga, it is in dvitiya vibhakti. Why it is in karma karaka? Why it is in dvitiya vibhakti? Because it is karma karaka. Why it is karma karaka? Because vishdhatu having abhi and ni.
Abhi and ni.
Upasarga.
That will govern the adara, the sanmarga in
Vidya vibhakti. Karma karaka.
karma karaka, therefore dvitiya vibhakti. So these two sutras by which this adara is assigned karma sanya, karma karaka sanya. Therefore it is dvitiya vibhakti. Then next sutra 1448. So 46, 47, 48. Here you see upa anu adi ang iti evam purvasya. So 4 upasargas are there. Pasatege means basdhatu. Basdhatu adarahaya tat karakam karma sanyakam bhavati. Karma sanyakam bhavati. The adara of dhatu, pas means to live. When preceded by the upasargas, upa, anu, adi, or ang will get karma sanya. Example you can see. Arihi, vaikuntam, upavasati. If it is vasati, then
Vaikunte upavasati. Vaikunte vasati.
Vaikunte vasati. Vaikuntam, that Vaikunta, the adara, the adhikarana is getting the sanya karma and therefore dvitiya vibhakti. Why? Because upa vasati. Here you have to note it is upa vasati or anu vasati or adi vasati, right?
Yes.
Upa, anu, that upasarga you can connect it or adi vasati. Adihi vaikunte adi vasati or avasati. Anything you can take. These are examples. Then Sena Gramam upavasati or anuvasati.
Sena
Sena Gramam or
Gram
Grame vasati, gramam anuvasati.
अनुवसति और अधिवसति.
Adivasati. With all these four upasargas, Vasdhatu will get that. Vasdhatu governs that in karma sanya, therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. Over. Okay. Then these three sutras by which the karma sanya is ordained for the adhara, therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. Now, this one exception is there. This excludes the root was when used in the sense of eating. Where was is used in the sense of eating? Upavasa. There, upavasa it is used in the sense of skipping a meal, right? Not eating.
Yes.
Upavasa. Therefore, this popular word upavasa in the sense of skipping a meal is not included in here. So you don't take vas dhatu, upapurvaka vas dhatu. There you cannot, in the sense of eating, then that will not govern this, govern karma sanya. Therefore, in the sense of fasting, upa plus vasa doesn't take accusative, doesn't govern Dvitiya Vibhakti, doesn't make it a karma sanya, therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti will not come. Okay. This is some
Yes, ji.
third point. This is the Vartikam. Vashehe ashyartasya pratishedah vaktavyaha. Vasdhatu in the sense of eating. When Vasdhatu gets in the sense of eating, when upasarga is there, then upavasa, the word is there, right? If in the sense of eating is there, then it will not govern, then it will not assign the sanya, karma sanya. Therefore, that will not take Dvitiya Vibhakti. Excepting in the case of the sense of eating, in the sense of living, another meaning, Vasdhatu ordains that adhara, karma sanya, and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. Clear?
Yes, ji.
Yes. So karma is over. Karma sanyaka is finished. Up to this, I taught, in this document, I will share whatever. And extra things are there, which is not required now. I'm not going to do it. We don't have time.
Astu ji.
So we are skipping that. This much. Now, another document is there, which by that, I'm just going to explain and quickly, as early as possible, you have to complete karma karaka. Another 4 or 5 classes. So this document I'll send you. This thanks to my teacher. When I studied that time, he prepared and he sent me. All the introduction to karaka and all is there. You just go to the introduction. Already we have seen what
Yes, ji.
what is karakam and different types of karaka, drakshata, karakani. All those things I'm not going to do that. Already we have seen. It's all there in my document. Chakalmaka, karmaka. I'm going to start only from the all these things are in my document. It is there. Whatever is there, that's what.
Yes, ji.
So I will start from number 1. Use of Dvitiya Vibhakti. From there, I will do it. Okay. Other things and all we have seen. Please refer. All these things already we have covered. It is there in the document. Now, I'll start from here. Uses of Dvitiya Vibhakti. Anabhikita karma will be put in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Don't we know this? We know it, right?
We know it, ji.
Ji.
Amram pakham janami. I know the mango to be ripe. Amram agam janami. Agam amram janami. Agam amram pakham iti janami. So, amram, mango is ripe. The pakham is predicate. You remember I told predicate, subject predicate, objective complement. Remember?
Yes, ji.
So in English is subject predicate. Generally, this is object complement. Agam janami. What? Amram janami. Amram to be pakkum janami. So amram pakkum both are in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Amra is the object of my knowledge. Therefore, amra in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Why pakkum? Pakkum also Dvitiya Vibhakti because it is objective complement. It is predicated to mango. I know the mango to be ripe. Therefore, Amra, which is Anabhigita, Dvitiya Vibhakti, and the predicate, that which is predicated to the karma, that also will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. In English, it is called objective complement. Agam Ramam Veeram Janami. Agam Ramam Janami. I know Rama. And who is Ramam? Veeram iti. I know Rama to be a hero. Right?
Yes, Ji.
Mama putraha Veeraha. My son is a putraha Veeraha asti. Here putraha, Veeraha, both are in same vibhakti, and Veeraha is predicate. Uttamaha putraha Veeraha. The Uttama is adjective. So understand the difference between predicate and adjective. Between predicate and the noun, that there should be a same vibhakti, same vachanam,
Ji.
need not be same gender. Need not be
It's
same need not be same vachanam also. There must be a same vibhakti, but gender need not be. Between subject and the predicate. Yes.
Ji, in English it is easy to differentiate, but in Sanskrit everything seems same, Ji.
Why? No, it is not.
Like Uttamaha also like adjective, and Veeraha is also like adjective.
See, I tell you one
Vishesh.
thing, very simple. In English, why it is easy? Because Rama is a hero. Ramaha Veeraha Asti, when you say Rama is a hero, that is separate the subject and the predicate. Therefore, in English, it is easy.
Yes, Ji.
Before is a subject. Rama is a subject. And Rama is a hero. That hero is a predicate. So in English, it is easy. Whereas in Sanskritam, what happens? Both are same vibhakti. Therefore, you find it, whether it is, but you have to understand the context and then find out whether it is Visheshanam or predicate. Okay. Uttamaha,
Okay.
Unnataha Vrikshaha, tree is tall tree, there it is Visheshana.
Adjective. Yes, Ji.
Similarly, Chaturaha Ramaha, Chaturaha Mama Putraha, Chaturaha Ramaha, Rama
This is
is
also adjective.
Chaturaha is adjective. Mama Putraha Ramaha, when you say Rama is my son is predicate, Rama is subject.
Oh.
So between subject and predicate, what it is, understand the difference between subject, predicate, and substantive and adjective. Between substantive and adjective, they must have same gender, same linga. Yel lingam in vibhakti.
Yallingam, Edvachanam, Tallingam.
So same linga, same vachanam, same vibhakti will be there between substantive and adjective, between Visheshana and Vishesha. Whereas
Yes.
between subject and the predicate, linga need not be same. Vachanam, vibhakti has to be same. That's all.
Okay, Ji.
So here, what I'm saying in Dvitiya Vibhakti case, that Pakkum is also in Dvitiya Vibhakti, but it is objective complement. It's a predicate because it's predicated to karma. Karma is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, therefore objective complement also must be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. That's what the point is, right? Now, next one. Roots having the sense of motion, either real or metaphorical. Metaphorical means not real, it is something, some idiomatic expression, or the movement of the mind. In the mind, there is a movement. Your thoughts moving. So the motion which is actual is not actual but conceived and expressed through idiomatic expressions. You said, no, my mind went far. The mind as though travels by walking or by flight. So that is metaphorical. Govern the place to which the motion is directed in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Please note that. So the roots having the sense of motion. It means what? Gatyartaka dhatus. Gatyartaka dhatus. It will govern the place to which the motion is directed in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Ramaha Vanam Gacchati. Gacchati is Gam Dhatu, Gatyartaka Dhatu, Dhatu having the sense of movement.
Motion.
Not only Gam Dhatu, any Dhatu having the sense of movement will govern the place of destination in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Gurukulam Gacchati. Gopi, Saha Gurukulam Gacchati. Gurukulam is a place of destination, therefore it is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Gatyartaka Dhatu, Gam Dhatu is a therefore. Gacchantya Moda Padamabhyam Tat. This is from Gita. Gacchantya Moda Padamabhyam Tat. The 15th chapter it comes. So Modaha Gachanti Putra Avyayam Padam Tat Avyayam Padam Gachanti. Therefore, what vibhakti is that? Tat Avyayam Padam Modaha Gachanti.
Pratama Vibhakti.
Pratama Vibhakti. Then Modaha what vibhakti? Modaha Gachanti. Putra Gachanti.
Bahuvach.
What vibhakti I'm asking? Padam Avyayam, what vibhakti? Tat Avyayam Padam.
जी प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनम.
Which is Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachanam? Padam.
Moodaha is the prathama vibhakti.
I'm not asking that. Padam Avyayam, Tata Avyayam.
Vidya
Padam
vibhakti
Dvitiya
ji.
vibhakti ji.
Vidya Bhakti Ekavacham. That is the place of destination. That is why given metaphorical. Mudaha Gachanti. The Mudaha, deluded people go. Where? Mudaha. Sorry, not Mudaha, Amudaha. Kshamitam. Gachanti Mudaha. Amudaha. Amudaha means non-deluded. Okay. Not Mudaha. Gachanti Amudaha. Na Mudaha Amudaha. Nans Tat Purusha Samasa.
Yes ji.
Non-deluded Amudaha Gachanti. Kutra Gachanti. Avyayam Padam Gachanti. They reach the abode which is doesn't undergo any change. Non-decaying or non-changeable Padam. That is Vishnu Padam, Brahma Padam Gachanti. Right? Amudaha Gachanti. Here also Gachanti is sense of movement. But is it a physical movement? No.
No ji.
Motion is
Manasa
not-
gachanti.
Not Manasa. This is Jnanam. By Jnanam, they gain that state from that Mukti Padam. That's what Padam is, Mukti Padam. So it is not something you reach by mind or reach by physically also, right? It is,
Ji.
that is why there also that sense of motion is there, movement is there. That is why I have given here metaphorical, either real or metaphorical. Naga Triptim Ayayau. Naga Triptim. This Ayayau also. It's a Dhatu. I Dhatu. Gato. Gatyarte. Movement. Therefore, Triptim. They do not attain Tripti. So that this Dhatu also has a sense of movement. I, not the Dhatu, meaning itself is movement. I Gato only. You can check the Dhatu Pata. I Gato. So, therefore, it is Ayayau. That is a verbal derivative. That's a noun playing the role of the verb. There are two kartas are there. Ramau na Ayayau, or Balau na Ayayau, or Manushyav na Tripti Ayayau. They do not attain, they do not get Tripti, satisfaction. So Ayayau, Aidatu, which means Gati, movement, and Gatyartaka Dhatu. Therefore, Tripti is governed in second case. Vidya Vibhakti. Klaibyam Masna Gamah Partha. Here also Gama, here it is Lung Lakara. It's a Lung Lakara. Ma Gamaha, Gamdatu. May you not gain, may you not get what? Klaibyam, Klaibyam Sthiti, Klibasya Bhavaha. That unmanliness, Klaibyam, it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. All these are from the Shastram, Gita. So Klaibyam, it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Don't reach the state of unmanliness. Where is that state of unmanliness is located? It is somewhere in US or in Mars? No, it is metaphorical. Don't get into that state. Therefore, Klaibyam, the place of this not actual destination, it is conceived destination. It's called idiomatic expression that is governed in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Why? Because Gam Dhatu, Gamaha is Lung Lakara. Gamaha is Lung Lakara. What is Lung Lakara? Lung Lakara here not in the past tense. When Mang is there, it doesn't denote any time. So, na prapnotu ityartaha. That is the meaning it gives. Gam Dhatu here. Okay, all these are some example. Manasa Ishwaram Yati. It's a very good example. He gains Yati. Ya means to go. He gains what? Ishwaram. It is Ishwaram, not Ishwaram. Ishwaram. Ishvara, the place of destination, it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Why? Because Dhatu is Gam Dhatu. So the point here is the Dhatu having the sense of movement will govern the place of reach or destination in second case. Understand?
Yes ji.
That is what this. Nidram Yayau. It means what? He went to sleep.
Oh.
How does he went to sleep? By walk? By flight?
No ji.
But he went to sleep. Even in English, we say he went as though a movement is there. Went, go. It's go dhatu only. Go, past, gone, went.
Gamana kriya.
Gamana kriya only. Therefore, that nidra in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Understand?
Yes ji.
Ji.
So different examples are given. These examples
Ji,
are.
is Yati and Yayav are same dhatu?
Yes, Yati is lat lakara. Yayav is lit lakara. Do you know what?
Understood.
Like
Yes, Ji.
little, lung, a little, low to lung.
Yes, Ji.
All the 10 lakaras.
Yes, Ji. Somewhat.
Somewhat, that's okay. Somewhat is that when mass magama also somewhat you understand. Okay.
Ji, like I can understand the dhatu and the kriya padam, but the lut, that word is confusing, Ji. That's all.
Okay.
Uh,
This four, we have something called the tenses and moods, right? 4 moods are there and 6 tenses. Maybe that's another class. You are asking about Tinganta, okay? It's a different topic. It's a big topic.
okay, Ji.
Just note this technical names I'm saying, that's all. Lat means present tense, lung is past tense. Lung
Yes,
is all,
Ji.
lung is, we say it's a past only. It's a different type of past. Lung is a, denotes the past of some, now onwards to the previous. Lung lakara is past. That should be used only for the yesterday's onwards. Today's past, we should not supposed to use lung. But anyway, in the Bhashayam,
Parokshe lang.
the lung we use in the language. The language it is okay. We are using that. Today's morning past, we use lung lakara. I ate. Akadam we say it's acceptable, not a problem, but generally, it's, according to Panini Maharishi, lung lakara anadyatane lung he says, not in today's past. Anadyatana, na adyatana. Adyatana is today. Na adyatana, anadyatana. Not today's past.
Nanjas.
It means yesterday's past. Yesterday's past means according to from morning 5:30, Suryodaya is there before 5:30, 5:29 onwards, yesterday night, day before yesterday, all these are yesterday's past.
Okay, Ji.
Lang lakara should be used. Anyway, these are all technical terms. Just I use that lang lakara in terms. Okay. When the motion is real and involve movement of limbs, then fourth case must be used. Gramam, gramaya, gramam va gachati. And the motion is real. Gramaya, gramam va gachati. When the motion is real and involve movement of limbs, then please note Chaturthi Vibhakti is used. Gramaya, gramam gachati. Anyway, just leave it. Deshakala advagantavyaha karmasanyaha hi akarmanam. In the usage of akarmaka dhatus, that doesn't take karma, a place, country, or janapada, the distance or time to be covered also get karma sanya. So the place or the janapada or the distance to be covered. When in the case of akarmaka dhatus, now you can see the example, you'll understand. Kurun swapiti. What is Kurun swapiti? Kurun is a place.
Ji is a place.
Not Kaurava, okay. Kurun swapiti. So, Kaga swapiti, Ramaha swapiti, where Kurun, he sleeps in the place, country called Kuru. Okay. Kaha Samvatsaram aste. He remained there for 1 Samvatsara. So the distance, in terms of, this is a time, in terms of time. Samvatsaram aste. Remain there for a Samvatsara. That Samvatsara in Dvitiya Bhakti. Krosham Kutila Nadi. That is, Nadi is Kutila. Nadi is crooked. How long? Krosham. Krosham is a distance. So that distance will begin Dvitiya Bhakti. That is what I have given here. A place, a country, or Janapada.
Distance or time.
Kurun is Janapada. Okay. Kurun is
Yes,
Janapada. The people living in the it's called Janapada, the place where they live, country or Janapada. That is why it is in Dvitiya Bhakti. The distance or time to be covered gets the karma sanya. For which dhatu? Akarmaka dhatu. Swab dhatu, akarmaka. As dhatu, akarmaka. All these dhatus are what dhatu?
Karmaka
Akarmaka
dhatu.
dhatu. You see, Masam adite. Saha Shastram Masam adite. He studied Shastram for a month.
Month.
How long?
So,
Adite.
time.
In a month, he studied. So Masam is a time. The time studied, therefore it is.
Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Similarly, Krosham Girihi, the mountain ranges for a krosha. Krosha is a measurement of space, time, distance. त्रीणि वासराणि धारासरेण वृष्टः वृष्टः देवः वृष्टः देवः rain poured for how many days? त्रीणि वासराणि धारासारेण continuously poured for 3 days. त्रीणि वासराणि. So it is द्वितीया विभक्ति.
Bahuvachanam.
त्रीणि इति बहुवचनं. त्रीणि वासराणि इति.
Kshamitaam ji.
So intransitive verbs govern the accusative of nouns denoting the space or the country or the duration of space and time. Space, distance and time are considered to be karma. So which will take karma sanya? That is the intransitive verbs. The intransitive verbs, when it is there, then the space or the janapada, the time in terms of the time or the duration of space or distance, these will be deemed to be karma because it is karma, therefore it will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. When the dhatu is akarmaka dhatu, when the dhatu is akarmaka dhatu, then this will get dhatu is akarmaka dhatu. How can akarmaka dhatu have karma? It cannot have karma.
So the subject will be in Dvitiya.
No. Akarmaka dhatu is there. Akarmaka dhatu cannot take karma because it is akarmaka. But what takes karma? The place which is covered, the place where the place, the time, all these things will take karma sanya. Therefore, it will be Dvitiya Vibhakti. Saka bhuvam brahmati. Bhuvam means he wanders where? In the world. Bhuvam brahmati. Bhuvam is Brahm dhatu is akarmaka. Brahm dhatu akarmaka. Saha brahmati. Ramaha brahmati, suppose. Saha brahmati, Ramaha brahmati. Then the place covered, that will be deemed to be karma and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. The place or the janapada or the distance or time which are covered by the karta and the kriya is akarmaka dhatu is there, then that place or the time which are covered, that would be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. That would take karma sanya and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. This is by the rule. Desha kala advana. Advana is the path. Desha kala advana adva gantavyaha karma sanyahi akarmana. Akarmana means akarmaka dhatu. Okay. Understand this?
Yes, ji.
Ji.
This I think in my notes it is there. Desha kala. Here it is.
Ji, we have till the tabular column, ji.
Yeah, this I'm showing here. You can see the intransitive verbs sometimes give karma sanya to nouns denoting place, that is janapada, or duration of space, time during which a kriya happens. Godoham aste. It sits down till the milk is cow. Till the cow is milked. So as dhatu akarmaka dhatu. Till the milk cow is milked. So the duration of time is there. Saha aste. He remains. He sits down. How long? Till the cow is milked. The time taken to milk the cow, that much time he sat down. So that will have karma sanya and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. Understand this example?
Yes, ji.
That's it. That's why it's karma sanya. Even though akarmaka dhatu, but still you can see the place which is covered or the janapada or the time will get karma sanya and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. Then kriya visheshananam karmatvam napumsakatvam ekavachanantatvam cha ishyate. This is not a sutra, just a statement, but you need to understand this. Kriya visheshanam. What is kriya visheshanam in English? It is called. What is kriya visheshanam? Adverb.
Adverb.
If a noun has a visheshanam, it is called adjective visheshanam. If a kriya has got a visheshanam, it is called adverb.
Adverb.
Kriya visheshananam karmatvam napumsakatvam ekavachanantam cha ishyate. Then it will desire what? It will be deemed to be a karma and it will be a napumsakalinga and it will be singular only. Example you can see here. Madhuram bhashate. Who is kaha? Ramaha bhashate. He speaks. How does he speak? Madhuram.
Sweet.
Madhuram. What vibhakti Madhuram is?
Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Madhuram is with how do you decline?
Ji, that is Napumsakalinga.
So therefore declension would be Madhuram, Madhurya, Madhurani, right?
Yes, Ji.
Anchi.
Here, this adverb, this behaves as though like an avyaya only. So, but this would be Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam and always Napumsakalinga. Adverb. He speaks sweetly. He runs fastly. He goes slowly. Mandam Mandam Gachati. What is Mandam? That is Kriya Visheshanam. Gachati. Katam Gachati. Mandam Gachati. Therefore, that Manda will have karmatvam and napumsakatvam and ekavachanantam ishyate. When no specific meaning is intended, then such a word should be deemed as a neuter gender. Number one, pumsta stritva vivakshayam parisheshyat napumsaka bhavati. Okay, it cannot be pullinga, it cannot be strillinga. Therefore, napumsakalinga. Number one, since avyayas are considered indeclinable and free from gender, therefore, when something qualifies an avyaya by this samanya rule, that adjective will be neuter gender. So neuter, and it will have karmatvam, karma sanya, and it will be ekavachanam. Since avyayas are considered indeclinable and free from gender, therefore, when something qualifies an avyaya by this samanya rule, that adjective also will be neuter gender. Here you can see this sayam ramyam. Ramyam examples where noun being qualified is also an avyaya. Here the noun which is qualified, ramyam. Now noun is qualified. Noun being qualified by what? Sayam, beautiful evening. That is rasayam is also avyaya. Sayam is avyaya. Mandam gachati. Mandam yatha bhavati tata gachati. Here mandam is Vidya, it has got a karma sanya and it is Vidya, therefore Vidya Bhakti Ekavachanam, and Mandam, it is Napumsakalinga and Ekavachanantatvam Ishyate. Ekavachanantatvam Ishyate. Then Shobhanam Patati. He reads Saga Shobhanam Patati. What is Shobhanam? Shobhanam is not a karma. Shobhanam is an adverb. He reads nicely Shobhanam. Or Shobhanam is Napumsakalinga because it is adverb here and it is deemed to be neuter gender and takes karma sanya. Therefore, Shobhanam is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Saka Shobhanam Patati. So, this is by this rule. Kriya Visheshananam Karmatvam Napumsakatvam Ekavachanantantvam Cha Ishyate. So here this part is, last part is, since avyayas are indeclinable and free from gender, therefore, when something qualifies an avyaya by the samanya rule, that adjective also will be neuter. Even the avyaya, when it is qualified by a word, that qualifying word has to be in neuter gender. Because it is neuter gender, therefore it would be, the adjective must be in neuter gender. Okay. Adjective must be in neuter gender.
Neuter gender.
And it will be the adjective must be in neuter gender. Like here example is given. Here, where noun being qualified is an avyaya. And so that, and avyaya doesn't have any vibhakti, any gender, right? Therefore,
Yes.
this the word which qualifies the neuter gender will be also like that. It will be also like an avyaya only. Avyayam iva only, not really an avyaya, but it is visheshana to that avyaya. So when avyayas, when a word qualifies an avyaya, by the same logic, this rule, that is when a kriya visheshanam, when an adverb is used then that adverb will be in Ditya Vibhakti and it will be Napumsakalinga, and if it is Ekvachanam, by the same rule, when an avyaya is qualified by a word, adjective, the adjective also will be in neuter. Napumsakatvam ishyate. So that is what he says. Napumsakatvam ishyate. So here the example is given. Gamaniyam. Gamaniyam is.
Aniyar pratyaya.
Okay, you can take this example. Mridu pachati. Pachati. What does he cook? Not tandulam or odanam.
So
Maybe
he cooks
that is the object, but he cooks that softly.
soft.
Mridu pachati. Saha mridu pachati. This is example. Mridu is karma, napumsaka, ekavachananta, kriya visheshana, adverb. And here, prataha gamaniyam, not gamaniyam. Prataha may be gamaniyam, this may be a typo. Prataha gamaniyam. Prataha gamaniyam must be prataha gamaniyam. Or ramyam sayam you take. Sayam ramyam. Ramyam is a noun. Ramdhatu, which is from which it is declined, ramyam. It is declinable, ramyam. But sayam is there. Ramyam is Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachanam. What about Sayam?
Sayam also Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachanam.
Sayam is Abhyaya. So
Oh, yes, ji.
Sayam is Abhyaya. So when a noun is called, when this year the Sayam is a qualifier. Ramyam is beautiful. Beautiful evening, you say, right? So Sayam is Abhyaya. Sayam being an Abhyaya. And the Ramyam, where noun being qualified, is also an Abhyaya. Here something is at 1 minute. Sayam Ramyam. In English, if you say it is beautiful evening, evening is qualified by Sayam. Okay. Okay, this is the other way actually. This is, I think you have done this. Sayam is qualified by Ramya. Why Ramya is in Ramyam? It is given. Why not Ramya or why not Ramya? Because Ramdhatu with a pratyaya, Ramya you get, and Ramya can be in all the gender. It is declinable. If it is Napumsakalinga, Ramyam, Ramya, Ramya. If it is Srilinga, Ramya, Ramya, Ramya. If it is Pullinga, Ramyaha, Ramyo, Ramyaha. Possible. Here the word Ramya qualifies Sayam. Qualifies the word Sayam.
The Avyayam.
And the word which the Sayam is an Abhyaya, and that is qualified by the word Ramya. Therefore, here Ramyam has to be in neuter gender. That is what he says. But here what he has written is a mistake. Here what is qualified is the Abhyaya by the noun, and the noun has to be in neuter gender.
Neuter gender.
That is what he says here. Okay, here some
Yes,
mistake is there in writing. So you have to understand that properly.
Okay, ji.
That's why I explained. If you want, you can write it in your own way. So what here he says is the Kriya Visheshanam, the adverb will be considered to be karma because it is karma, therefore it will be Dvitya Vibhakti. And what gender? By default, it will be Napumsaka and always Ekavachanam. This is number 1. Number 2, when a noun, when an adjective is qualified by a noun, then the adjective, what gender it will take adjective? That will take what by default neuter gender. These are the 2 points. Understand?
Yes, ji. Spashtam.
First example, you can take Mandam. First one for that, you can take Mandam Gachati. Second one for that, you can take Ramyam Saya. Is it clear? All of you?
Yes, ji. Very clear.
So Kriya Visheshanam will be deemed to be karma, and the linga would be Napumsakalinga, and always it will be Ekavachanam. Number 1. And when a Avyaya is qualified by a noun, that qualifier, that is adjective, always has to be in neuter gender. On what basis you assign neuter gender? Just by default. There is no rule. These are all unwritten rule. Okay. We don't find this in anywhere. It's all to be noted. All this is not a, as I told, this is not a sutra. This is it's just a statement. That's all. This is what is there in the language. In language, this is what we follow. Unwritten rule. Please note that.
Okay, ji.
Next one. Usually a sakarma kadatu can have a karma. But sometimes akarmaka dhatus may also like a sakarmaka dhatu in conjunction with some upasargas can take a karma. Example, Vrta dhatu is akarmaka dhatu, but with anu upasarga, this Vrta dhatu, akarmaka dhatu, like a sakarmaka dhatu can take karma. Similarly, ruk dhatu, ruk means to grow. It doesn't have karma, it is akarmaka dhatu. But with a upasarga, it like a sakarmaka dhatu, it can take karma. Similarly, Davati means runs or jumps. It is akarmaka dhatu, but with anupasarga, it can take karma. That's what he says. See the example. Prabhu chittam evahi janaha anuvartate. Prabhu chittam evahi janaha anuvartate. So janaha anuvartate. What? Chittam evahi anuvartate. I don't know from where the example has been taken, but only take this much. Anuvartate. Janaha chittam eva anuvartate. Prabhu chittam. Otherwise, Prabhu chittam may be a samasa. Chittam means the mind of the master, the mind of the Lord, or the wish of the Lord. Shikaram aruroha. Shikaram aruroha. Rugdhatu akarmaka, but shikaram is Dvitiya Bhakti because aruroha. Rishinam maracham artham anudhavati. Anudhavati means anusarati. Rishinam vachanam artham anudhavati. With anupasarga dhavati, davdhatu, governing the Rishinam vachanam artham. It is Dvitiya Bhakti. So akarmaka dhatu may sometimes be like a sakarmaka dhatu in conjunction with some upasargas and can take a karma. In other situations, some of the intransitive verb may take objects even when there is no upasarga. It is considered that these roots are pregnant with the meaning of other transitive roots, hence taken objects. Hence take on objects. Example, pravishanti is there. Pravishanti, the word prapya vishanti, having gained, they enter. Prapya pravishanti. Then here the best example is that another situation, some intransitive verbs. To take this itself, vasa. Vasa is vasdhatu. Vasdhatu is sakarmaka akarmaka. It is akarmaka. Te shvete keto, sambodhana. Brahmacharyam vasa means what? Brahmacharyam is karma. How can vasa can take karma, can assign karma sanya to brahmacharya? Because the vasa has a sense of you observe, you do, you follow. That meaning is that. So dhatu itself has a meaning of the sakarmaka dhatu. Therefore, it can brahmacharya can be in Dvitiya Bhakti, can take karma sanya, therefore Dvitiya Bhakti. The dhatu has that meaning. Vasa means live, but here is observe. Anushtanam kuru. Brahmacharya anushtanam kuru ityartaha. So vasa is anutrishtan vasa. Observing brahmacharya, you live. That's the meaning. So he shvete keto brahmacharyam vasa. So it can govern Dvitiya Vibhakti. Understand? So
Yes, Ji.
akarmaka dhatu have the meaning of the transitive of sakarmaka dhatu, even without upasarga. Here vasa is that there is no upasarga to it, but still it can govern. It can govern the word in Dvitiya Vibhakti. You can make that be a karma sanya, therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti. So number 5 talks about two things. One is sakarmaka dhatu only can take karma, but akarmaka dhatu also can take karma when it is when it has got upasarga. That is number 1. Number 2, even without upasarga also, the akarmaka dhatus having the inbuilt sense of sakarmaka can also take karma. Therefore, Vidya Vibhakti. Upavaset, all these are example. All these are pravishanti is an example. Pravishanti, saha griham pravishanti, he entered the house. Right? Vishanti entered. Griham pravishanti. Then Atta means observe, Atta means Atati, wanders. Anusaranata, Nivartata, Uddishya, Nivartata. Asita, Uddishya, Asita. All these dhatus have this meaning. When these meanings are there, it can take karma. Upavaset, Avagamya Vaset, Anujataha, Anusritya Jataha. So these are some of the akarmaka dhatus having the sense of sakramaka. Therefore, it can take karma. That is what is given. Pravishanti is equal to prapya pravishanti. Prapya pravishanti. Ashritya jivet. Dharmam ashritya jivet. Dharmam jivet means what? Live the life of dharma. Why dharmam? Because dharmam ashritya jivet. That meaning is the ashritya jivet. That meaning is there in jivet. Jiv dhatu. Therefore, dharma charanam ashritya jivet ityartaha. So these are akarmaka dhatus. These akarmaka dhatus in these meanings or these are got these meanings, inbuilt meanings. Sakarmaka meanings are there. Therefore, it can govern karma. Therefore, the word can be in Vitya Vibhakti. That's the meaning. Okay. Then the next one. She dhatu. This is what I told already. The root she, sta, and as dhatu. When this have the upasarga adi, then it will govern karma sanya and therefore dvitiya vibhakti. Harihi vaikuntam adivasati. Vaikuntam supposed to be in the adara, adhikarana, but here adi upasarga is there with stadhatu, therefore it is in. Therefore it is gets a sanya, karma sanya, and therefore it is in dvitiya vibhakti. Then wish to enter, the combination of two upasargas. We saw that abhini, then will take karma sanya. Buddhimantaha sanmargam abhini vishante. So sanmargam, that is as the karma sanya, because the wish dhatu having abhini upasarga, therefore it is karma sanya dvitiya vibhakti. The root was preceded by upa, anu, adi, ang gets karma sanya and conveys a meaning dwellers, stay. So when these upasargas, vasdhatu will govern, or vasdhatu will govern the adara in karma sanya, therefore dvitiya vibhakti. Already this also we have seen. Then vikarmaka dhatu, this also already we have seen. So this also I'm skipping. Akatitam cha, in that context we have seen. Here the table is given, you can see. Then the next comes this is something about causative. As I told this, we'll see that later. Then Chaturthi, then Tritiya. Where is Tritiya? Maybe Tritiya comes later, we'll see. Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, and Saptami. Tritiya Vibhakti must be there, otherwise I have to do it. Tritiya Vibhakti, Karaka Shashti, Sambandha Shashti, Dharana Shashti. Tritiya Vibhakti, there are also certain things are there. Chaturthi Vibhakti, then okay, Tritiya Vibhakti not here. I'll prepare something and then you'll see that. Tritiya Vibhakti, that will be in Tritiya. What will be Tritiya is not given here. So this I think I have to prepare notes for that. What will be in Tritiya Vibhakti? Karana will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Karana, the means of action, that will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Not only that, even the hetu, the cause also can be in
Tritiya Vibhakti.
In fact, there are many things out there, not only cause. Ittam bhute Tritiya. Tritiya Vibhakti itself, we have different flavors. Karne Tritiya, Kartari Tritiya, then Ittam bhute Tritiya. I'm surprised why it is not here in this sheet, it is missing. Tritiya Vibhakti is missing. Okay. I think I have to try. I'll show you in the evening. Maybe evening you will see.
Astu ji.
Okay, ji.
So with this, I think the notes will explain what it is. All the Vibhakti and also Karaka also it is covered in this. Okay. think this is enough for your exam. Other things elaborately that I will cover in the class later. You can see that. Tritya Vibhakti we will see in the afternoon. So karma is done. Karma karaka is done. Karma means in Kartari Priyava it will be Tritya Vibhakti. Karta in Prathama Vibhakti. So you can see the connection between Karta and Prathama Vibhakti and karma in Ditya Vibhakti. Whichever takes karma sanya, that will be in Tritya Vibhakti. What are all the different situations? That alone we saw. Right? Now, Karana. Karana will be in Ukta Karnam, will be in Prathama, Anukta Karnam will be in Tritya Vibhakti. So what it will take Tritya Vibhakti, that we have to see. Sadhakatamam Karanam Sutra is there. Similarly, Karta Karanayos Tritiya or Itam Bodhi Tritiya. All these things will govern. All these things will govern. Sutra says it is Karana, because it is Karana, therefore Tritiya Vibhakti. And there are some others also which can go in Tritiya Vibhakti, that is called Upapada Vibhakti. That also we have to see. Okay, Tritiya Vibhakti, we will see. I think in my notes it is there, but I have not prepared it elaborately. Karma is little more is there, but I am not covering Karma Pravachaniya and all those technical topics. So leave that. Okay. Tritiya Vibhakti we will do in the afternoon. Okay, I will have some time to prepare for Tritiya. So this, if you have doubts, please ask. Do you have any doubts?
No, Ji.
No, Ji.
Okay. So Tritiya, if I am not able to prepare something for the evening class, Chaturthi Vibhakti I will do. Then after that, Karana at the end I will do.
Okay, Ji.
Astu, Ji.
Karana, Karaka, and Tritiya Vibhakti. Yes. So we will stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. You have any doubts? Please ask.
No, Ji. Ji, is there any exercise?
Exercise, huh?
Yes, Ji, to practice Karakam.
Very good.
Because
Karaka-
merely seeing the theory, we'll think that we understand everything. But when we do any exercises, then only we can realize that we don't know nothing. I mean, we know nothing.
Karaka, that Samskrita Bharati book is there.
Yes, Ji, we have.
That is,
Okay.
that is a book. Okay. You have to use
Okay, Ji.
for practice.
Okay. Ji.
One minute, I will show you there. It is here. Vidya Vibhakti. Then whatever we saw, that is a little more than that. It will be covered here. But, I mean, elaborately. If you have time, we can read that. But do we have time?
Okay, Ji. We'll read it, Ji. If we have any doubt, we'll ask.
So this is, as I told us, certain things I have not cut down. This karma pravachaniya, then anyanta avastha, that dhatu, that is causative form of dhatu governs certain things. Prayojaka karta, those things I have not cut down because time not there. Other than that, you read, you will understand. Try to, but I don't think you need so elaborately. So much is there, but the exercise part alone you see. Maybe at the end of this book, at the end of the book, maybe some exercises must be there.
Okay, Ji. We'll
Just
look
to
upon
see
it.
that. Here it is. Some of the exercises may be there at the end. Just see. In the for exam, if it is asked like this, from here only I will take Ramaha Ravanam Dhanena Hanti. Karanam is there. Karanam is Bana. Anira Kartra Preritakatra. Okay. Vatuhu Suryaya Argyam Dadati. Sampradhanam is Argyam.
Suryaya.
Sorry, Sampradayam Suryaya. Argyam is karma. Anirakaratre prerayitra. Anumantra cha iti Sampradanam Trividam Bhavati. Prerayitra. Raja Vipraya Gam Dadati. Anumantra. So this is Anirakartra, Anirakarta, Prerayita, Anumanta. So that Sampradanam is of three types. You will see that. Then Apadanam. So these examples will be there. This example, if it is given what Karaka, then you have to find out. This in this book only just much is the exercise, not much. In fact, the notes what I showed now, there many examples are there.
Okay, ji.
Or in the book by me, but that will be in Hindi. There are a lot of exercises are there. Let's see. If I can type and share with you that exercise, I will do it.
Okay, ji. Only if you have time, ji. Otherwise, we'll manage with this Karakam book and your notes.
Yes, that is enough. For exam purpose, it is enough.
Okay, ji.
I will find out if exercises are there. I will send you. Okay.
Astu, ji. Dhanyavadah, ji.
धन्यवादः जी.